More Clinton cash. The Clinton Foundation set up a fundraising arm in Sweden that brought in $26 million just from little old Sweden. Here is Peter Schweizer, author of Clinton Cash. Peter, welcome to the program.
Thanks, Stuart. Great to be on with you.
As I understand it, Peter, okay, they brought in $26 million to the Swedish Foundation at precisely the same time as Hillary was Secretary of State and not blacklisting Swedish companies for breaking sanctions against Iran. Does that add up to a quid pro quo?
Well, I think it does, especially in light of the other evidence. I mean, one of the things I point out in the book directly related to this is at this same time that the Swedish government is sending $26 million to the Clinton Foundation, Bill Clinton is given his single biggest speech payday ever, Stuart, $750,000 for a single speech. Who pays him? Ericsson, who is at ground zero over this debate of economic ties with Iran. Ericsson, before and after, has never paid Bill Clinton for a speech before. So this fits the pattern of behavior, and it's just another example of this kind of pay-to-play system that the Clintons are operating.
Peter, I don't want to get bogged down in detail, but I do want to get to the heart and the principle of this. Ericsson, that's a Swedish company, electronics, I think, and appliances of various kinds. Yep. They're big on doing business with Iran. They've never given Bill Clinton a dime, and suddenly they give him $750,000 for a speech, whilst his wife is Secretary of State and not imposing sanctions against Ericsson for doing business with Iran. Is that it?
That's it, Stuart. And literally 9 days after Bill Clinton gets paid that big payday, 9 days, the State Department comes out with a statement with Hillary Clinton saying that we're not going to impose sanctions, expand sanctions to include companies like Ericsson. We're going to rely on Ericsson and other companies to, quote unquote, police themselves, which is exactly what Ericsson wanted. So, I mean, it's hard to beat that timing.
I'm going to connect the dots. I don't know about you, but I'm connecting the dots. I'm saying that is a pretty good indication of a quid pro quo. Will you join me? Will you connect the dots?
Yes, especially because you see this pattern over and over and over again. I mean, I think you and I both, Stuart, if this were the only case, we'd say, well, maybe it's just a bizarre coincidence, maybe. But the fact is you see the same thing over and over and over again. The biggest shareholder in the Keystone XL pipeline signing up Bill Clinton to do speeches while Hillary's reviewing that at the State Department. They never paid him for a speech before. I mean, the examples go on and on and on and on.
When will Hillary answer direct questions, or Bill, will then answer direct questions about the foundation and Sweden and the sanctions and all the rest of it? When are we going to get them to speak?
Well, obviously I don't know when they're going to decide to do that. If you look at the recent poll numbers from CNN and the Washington Post, just over the last 4 weeks or so, since the book's come out and there's been all this flurry of reporting, the Fox News special, her poll numbers are abysmal. They're the worst they've been since back in 2001. And the number of people who regard her as dishonest or untrustworthy has undergone a 30-point swing. So it indicates to me, very heartening, that people do still care about these issues. They care about corruption. They care about politicians self-enriching themselves. I think they're going to have to address these issues sooner rather than later.
Peter Schweizer, Clinton Cash author. Thanks for joining us, Peter. We'll see you again soon. Thank you.